So Britney Spears went to court.
It's just my opinion.
Hey everybody, how you doing? And welcome to Sway. That's right. Welcome to the channel where I give you my absolute honest opinion, and I don't give a flying. How you feel about it? And as always, I got my trusty Coke, a trusty smoke. And before I get started, do not forget to hit like, make a comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon so you can be notified of every time that I post a video. Ooh, sorry about that. And yeah, so all right, I did it. I did it. I did it. Hold on. I did it. I did it. And I swore to myself that I was not going to do this, but I did it. I didn't want to, but I did it. And what did I do? Well, uh, I set up a buy me a coffee account. I already had a PayPal thing and whatever. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay. I mean, seriously, hold on. Let me show you. Let me show you really quick. Let me show you. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. See, I set up my my buy me a coffee, and this is gonna be for both my channels. Um this is gonna be for both my channels, both Sway and Sway Skits. So there's my buy me a coffee. There's my PayPal. This is actually for my artwork that my paintings that I do and I sell, but I'm putting it out there. I'm also going to be putting my Cash App and Venmo and all the links right to my buy me a coffee, my PayPal, and my handles for Cash App and Venmo. It's gonna be in the description box below. Okay. Why? Well, I'm gonna say this. If you like what I do, okay, if you like what I do, for my comedy skits that I put on this channel and as well as on my my main comedy skits channel, if you like my vlogs, if you like anything that I do and you want to help support me, there you go. There you go. I said in the previous video, I have a GoFundMe page set up for something very important. I am still debating whether I want to talk about that here or not. But as for this channel and my Sway Skits channel, and that in the Sway Skits channel, that link is below too. So if you want to check out my comedy skits on there, because with what I do here with my friend Miles, my friend and brother Miles. But yeah, if you want to support me, the work that I do, so I can keep doing what I do, hey, there you go. There you go. That's it. I do have some more I still have some interviews. They're coming up soon. I got some interviews that are coming up soon. I said about like 2 or 3 videos ago that I'm working on some videos. Well, I set them up. Now is the time of waiting for the day to actually do the interview, and then I'll put the interview on the channel. And that's it. I think you're going to want to catch those interviews. You're going to want to catch those interviews. They're very important with a lot of the stuff that's happening in the world, that's happening in people's lives and what have you. Um, that's all I'm going to tell you about them for now. I got like I said, I got other projects that I'm working on that will be on this channel. They're also going to be on this. I got other stuff that I'm working for my my comedy skits channel, the Sway Skits. But as far as this channel in particular, I got a lot of things. They're not going to be in a vlog style. They're not going to be in a vlog style like what I'm doing now. They're going to be in the style like of other videos that I've done where it's actually a production with like editing and what have you. But yeah, so there's a lot of things that are coming up, and I hope I hope you appreciate that. I hope you appreciate the information that's coming forth. I hope I hope you like the opinions that I give you. I mean, to be honest with you, here's the thing, right? If you like my opinions, great. If you don't, great. You know, as I always say, right? The channel where I give you my opinion, and I don't care what you think about it because I don't. But I do hope that in some aspect that I try to give you a well-rounded opinion, even if you disagree with them, even if you disagree with the opinions, and what have you. But I hope that I at least give you a well-rounded opinion so that, it kind of gets you thinking. And if it doesn't, and you're a troll and you want to be a hater, well, then whatever. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. If you disagree with my opinion, but you can understand kind of like where I'm coming from, cool. If you agree with my opinion, cool. But in the end, everybody that does these vlog videos and things like that, you're going to have haters. You're going to have haters. You're going to have trolls and whatever. And you can't allow these trolls, these haters, these bullies to bring you down. I really don't care about the haters. I don't care about the trolls. If I got a hater and a troll, blocked. I don't got time for that shit. Simple. All right. So as I said before, right, I was thinking about making a vlog. Excuse me. I apologize for sucking in my snot. I was thinking about making a vlog or something on the situation going on with Emery Smith's ex-fiance, I guess. That's the alleged ex-fiance. I don't fucking know. I was thinking about it. I'm still stuck on the first video that she made. Apparently she made 3 so far. According to Stephen Cambion, she's made 3. Okay, I gotta check the channel and check it out. I don't know if I will. I don't know if you want me to give you my opinion on it. You know what? Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you want me to give you an opinion on it. Now, I said this, and I had a hater, I had a troll saying, so when I made one of my Emery Smith videos, I had a hater or a troll say, well, Emery Smith doesn't have to talk to you or give you an interview. Of course he doesn't. I don't care if he does or if he doesn't. But you know what? At this point, I don't give a shit about having an actual interview with him. On camera, off camera, whatever. Something, I don't care about that. If anything, at this point, I would love to just have a sit down conversation where we throw all the bullshit out the window, just a real man to man, heart to heart talk, and find out some things. I'm not going to be able to tell you because it's going to be a private conversation, but I would love to, if anything, at least be able to kind of get his side of things of what drove him to the situation that he's in. It's been proven by many people, at least on video, it's been proven by at least 2 or 3 people that Emery Smith, and this isn't me speculating or what have you. This is just everything is actual video proof. And and even the young lady, what's the name of her channel? Vanilla Sky or something. She shows that Emery Smith has an issue with alcohol and probably drugs. I think Stephen Cambion covered it. Um, and as someone that had, someone, like Stephen Cambion, he was very honest about his situation. Um, with his mother, and I respect him for that. And it's very hard going through things like that. In my family, it was my uncle, my mom's brother. Uh, well, actually, is family on both sides. As I said before, it's family on both sides, right? So on my mom's side, it was actually my late grandfather. Even before I was born, when my mom and her siblings, when they were little, he had a drinking issue. Okay, he had a drinking issue. Now, thankfully for my grandfather, something, just scared the shit out of him and he stopped drinking. Um, my aunt, the oldest one in the family, I'm not giving names, no. Uh, she had an issue with drugs and drinking. And thankfully she stopped. My uncle, um, a lot of drinking, a lot of drugs, a lot of drinking, a lot of drugs. And he lived with us. And when I was a child, he lived with us and he would come home drunk. He would come home like messed up or whatever. He would do a lot of stupid things. He would be hurt and whatever. He's done some prison time. And I would love to, I'm going to talk to him to see if I can get an interview with him so he can tell his story to give advice to anybody that wants to get out of that. Okay. And but until then, I'm not going to give names or whatever. But yeah, I can remember in the middle of the night with my uncle, uh, he would be messed up or whatever. I mean, it took him a long time, but he finally kicked the habit. He stopped drinking. He stopped doing drugs. He stopped a lot of things. And unfortunately for a lot of families, people don't stop. You know, um, See, alcoholism and drug addiction runs on both sides of my family. I'm going to say that. Okay. Um, and thankfully, again, after so many years with my uncle, he stopped, and basically it's just something just scared the shit out of him and he was able to stop. Okay. Um, and again, it's unfortunate that with a lot of families, that that doesn't happen and people die and it's very upsetting and I can understand what somebody's going through. I can understand somebody's going through because I've been through it, myself. You have to understand, my uncle wasn't just my uncle. He was like another father figure because my dad, God bless my dad, he was kind of like, he was kind of the, he's the, he's the rock. He was the rock that a lot of people in my mom's side of the family, that they they saw a standard. And to this day, even though my dad can be even though growing up my dad could be a prick and an asshole, I'm gonna say it like that, but even to this day my dad can be a prick and an asshole because he's so old school, old fashioned. But it's kind of that rock of stability that I have. And my uncle, he was another father figure to me. And just like my late grandfather, my mom's dad, he was a father figure to me. And um, but with my uncle, again, it was just really rough because he was living with us. He was living with us, and I would see him, and he sometimes he would come home and he's bloody because he got in a drunken fight or whatever, and there's just a lot of things happening. And then myself, some years ago, uh, I started using alcohol. And I did it for years. And it wasn't until the final year when people actually started noticing. I was abusing alcohol extremely, and I'm not going to get into why or whatever, but uh, we're talking about. I, I can't even tell you how much, to be honest with you. It was a lot, but yeah, I was abusing it, and I was abusing it. And now, don't get me wrong, there were times when I wasn't using it, when I wasn't drinking, where I was accused of it. I'm gonna be real. I'm going to be real. There were there were many times. Okay, like it was there was many times where I was being accused of drinking when I wasn't. Seriously, where I wasn't drinking. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't doing anything. I was just, but on a daily basis, of being accused of drinking, on a daily basis of being accused of doing something that I wasn't doing, what the fuck what the fuck do you think was going to happen? It was going to lead me to drink. And the unfortunate thing is that these people who were accusing me on a daily basis, they don't want to accept responsibility that they were the ones that drove me to drink. I was already struggling. With not drinking. I was already struggling, because, I went on a bender for, like, let's say 2 months. Okay. I went on a bender for, like, let's say 2 months, and then I stopped because I wasn't going to end up at doing what was done in both sides of my family. But for like a year, 2 years, every fucking day being accused by the same people of drinking, what the hell what the hell did they think was gonna happen? It was gonna lead me to drink. I was already struggling for trying not to think about it, and next thing you know, what? And the sad part is that they don't want to accept the responsibility that they are the ones that led me to drink. If they would have just left me alone, they wouldn't have been accusing me or whatever. I would have been fine. I wouldn't have, but yeah, because I was, if they would have let me deal with my stress, the way because I was already stressing out. So I would be sleeping all day or whatever, or I was going, helping my buddy out at his job or something, just to get my mind off of the stress. And then there's more stress coming in from these people. No, no. So if they, the thing is, they don't want to accept their responsibility that they were the ones that led me to it again. But when I started up again, it was heavy. It was heavy. It was heavy. It was for a long time. It was for I can't even tell you. I don't even remember how long. But the whole thing is that I went through that. And thankfully for me, and I say thank God, thankfully for me that something happened. Something happened where it forced me. It forced me to stop. And it wasn't that I stopped by choice. Is that something forced me to stop. Okay. And I haven't had a drink since then. Well, maybe a nip like every 6 months or something like that. But one of the small things. But I'm able to control it. It's not like I'm fiending for it or anything like a lot of people that are in that situation. There's a lot of other stuff that I went through when I was younger. Then I have like another uncle of mine, but he's on my dad's side of the family. Heroin, crack cocaine, speed, anything he can, you know what I'm saying? And he's 50 something years old now, and he's still trying to, he's messed up a lot of great relationships, Yeah, unfortunately, he's messed up. Again, I'm not giving names on anything, on anybody, because that's nobody's business. But I'm just telling you uh, some things. But yeah, no, shit. He's messed up a lot of great relationships that he's had in the past because of his drug addiction. And again, it's I can understand. I can understand because I got my cousins. They were seeing this on a daily freaking basis. They were experiencing this on a daily freaking basis. It was just, you know, you can't help but, when someone has gone through it, when has done it, has been through all this, that, and the other, you can't help but really have compassion and understanding for somebody else that's going through it, whether they're doing it themselves or a loved one is doing it. You can't help but have love, hope, and compassion for the situation and the person. Okay, regardless of anything else. So in this situation with this young lady, you can't help but feel for her. Now don't get me wrong, she was naive as hell to think that uh and this is just my opinion, she was naive as hell to think, what she was thinking about Emery Smith, saying, oh, he's the truth, he's this, that, without actually doing any research on the guy. You know what I'm saying? She was a hardcore follower of Emery Smith without doing any real research on the guy, and what have you. But or if she did, she didn't believe the truth that was coming out of people's mouths, and she refused to accept the fact that all of the things that were said about him were true when it finally hit her in the face. Again, this is just my opinion. Okay. But again, regardless of the fact that she was naive as hell and what have you, I'm not going to poke fun at her, because in the end, she truly did love this guy. And well, apparently, I'm not gonna stand, I'm not, that's not gonna hold water with me at this point. But apparently she really did love this guy. So seeing him the way he, really affected her. And I can understand that. And I can definitely understand that. So um now here's the thing. Now you also have to ask the questions, is that, was this a genuine situation? Was this a legitimate, genuine situation where, she, besides being naive, but she was in love with the guy or whatever? Or was this one of the situations where, a situation where she's jumping on the bandwagon and she wants to be the next person to be a whistleblower? Now I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and just think that it's because she was naive and what have you. But if you got to think about this, if she was just jumping on the bandwagon and wanted to be the next whistleblower of Emery Smith or what have you, then that's a little fucked up. Because we got to go back to the video. We got to go back to the videos where it's like, okay, let me see if give me 1 second. Okay, we gotta go back to the video, and this is the first one, I believe. Okay. All right. So if you notice the edit cut in there, it's because as I was looking for the video, there's the commercial and what have you, the ads. And another question is, okay, she has 16,600 plus subscribers. Question is how long has her channel been up? How long has her channel been up? Okay. How long has she had her channel? Okay, so just give me 1 second. Okay, first things first. I'm going. Let me share the share screen thing. Okay. Where's here you go. Okay, so mind you, she to me she just came to light. I don't know nothing about her. I didn't even know she existed. Okay, so um here you go. We're on her channel right here. Okay, this is her channel, Vanilla Sky Dreaming. Okay, so let's go to the videos real quick. Let's sort by oldest. Okay, so her first video was 6 years ago. Okay, her first video was 6 years ago, and I suck at math, so you gotta forgive me. But 2021 minus 6, so 2015. Okay, she started on YouTube in 2015. Um, her first video right here has 5,400 plus views. Okay. Now I'm assuming that these views are actually just recent. Recent. Okay. I'm assuming that right now she has all these. I'm assuming, but and I can be wrong, and I'm probably wrong. I'm just giving you my opinion. But 5.5, I mean 5.4k views, but I'm assuming that these views that came up are recent, as she came out to go, do the whole Emery Smith broke my heart thing. Okay, people went to her channel and they checked out the first video to get an understanding of who she is, type of thing, right? Because if you look right here, the next video says Traveling with Vanilla Sky Dreaming, 183 views. New Year's in Amsterdam with whatever, 636. Travel vlogs, 281. And these are decent numbers for like starting out a channel, and then having it for all these for 6 years. Okay, so roughly, 50 whatever view, and that's just my opinion. This is being modest. Okay, then the next one that has a bunch of views is the Blue Lagoon Experience Iceland, and that's 46,000 views. Then a Budapest one, 1,300. And then this one here, Washing Elephants. So a lot of the video, and you notice how it just go, some of these videos are like that have the high views or what have you. You can play that up to uh when people were looking for something, they found it, and there you go. So I'm not going to take anything away from this young lady, because she's done pretty well for herself with, especially with the clickbait, showing off her body on a couple of these, like this one here and what have you. I mean, she's a beautiful young lady, but anyway, so my thing is why now? Okay, why now? Now you can assume a couple of different things. Either her channel was small like mine, or not, well, mine is really, really small. Only got 59 subscribers, but her channel was like starting to fade. And this is it. And this is not the naive thing. This is on the bad side of it. Okay. This is on the bad side of it. If you're going to think, if you're going to, if you're going to be really cynical about it, okay, this, her channel was doing really, really bad. So she wanted something to amp up the views, and then she set up a plan for whatever. Now I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that, but you have to take that into consideration logically. That she, her channel was going downhill, and she wanted so she jumped on the bandwagon to get on the I hate Emery Smith train type of thing. Okay. So, I mean, I refuse to believe it because I don't know. But at the same time, she could be a really great actor. We really don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there to let's all think about this logically. I still think I still think she was just naive and what have you, and all the shit happened. But if we're gonna think this logically, we also gotta think of, we also think of it in a cynical way of, did she really have a motive? Was she naive, or did she actually have a motive? Okay. Because if she already has an established channel, if she already had an established channel, it's not too hard to come to the conclusion that maybe her channel was going downhill. So whatever. Like I said, personally, I don't believe that. I don't believe that personally. I just think she was just naive as fuck. And there you go. The shit happened, but you kind of have to have a balance and think about it, like what really happened. Personally, I still think she was just naive as fuck. I mean, and it happened. Okay. Now, another thing is that, why did she start recording her video chats? I can understand the screenshots, because you can take screenshots anytime. If you're trying to reveal something, whatever, you could just take a screenshot of a previous conversation. You're set to go. But why did she start recording her video chats with Emery Smith? And Stephen Cambion, he showed it on his. I'm trying to see if I can find one here on the first video. Oh, here we go. This is something on hold on.
Again, me and Emery share kind of, again, similar stories.
Oh, advertisement. So, okay. So, again, as I'm putting this together so that way you can kind of see it. But let me share. Hold on.
You guys, what was happening?
I think it's important to, of course, record those things. You can always go back and refer them and look in more detail, because you might be talking about something that means many different things. Kind of like when you dream. To all my dreamers out there, and also when you.
No, it's not. This is not it. I'm trying to see if I can find it. But anyway, I think it's on. I think it's on her second or third video. But, and I don't want to go through it. But anyway, she recorded. Okay, I can understand two things. Okay, again, the screenshots of the messages. Also, her having a copy of the voice message that he sent her. Okay. I can understand that because again, you could just go back to the conversation unless Emery Smith deleted it, erased it from whatever, what I think it was Facebook or whatever. From the messenger, you can always go back to it and there you go. But what I don't understand, and this is the main reason why the cynical thought process of maybe she wanted to jump on the bandwagon. Okay. This is where it kind of comes into play. Why did she record? If she was truly in love and with Emery Smith, then why did she record a video chat message? You're not going to record a video chat, right? You're not going to record a video chat unless you plan on using it for something, to have proof of something. So who knows? Maybe this again, and then again, this is me giving her the benefit of the doubt, Okay. Maybe this was like the 10th or 20th video chat that they had, where she decided, you know what, let me record this because she was concerned or whatever. And she wanted to show him, hey, look, this was you last night. This was you at 2 a.m, like type of thing. Who knows? Who fucking knows? But in reality, because again, there's not, in my opinion, because I haven't seen all the videos, so there's really not much explanation as to why she really started recording the video chats. Okay. The video calls. So again, this is where, even me giving her the benefit of the doubt and truly believing she was just naive as fuck. But you also gotta kind of be like, well, then why did she record the video calls? Okay. Now, yes, I know. I know what you're thinking. Sway, you said you were not going to talk about this until another video. Yeah, well, what the freaking hell? Why not? Actually, I was going to talk about something else, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But yeah, no, it's all of this stuff, it's happening, and I, and I'll give it to Stephen Campion for raising some really great points on this, and what have you. He was playing her, and he was playing the other girlfriend, the girlfriend that he lived with, the one who owned the property that he was living on. And, so it was like, he has to get this stuff under control. He has to stop his, his drinking and his uses of whatever else he's using. According to John from Points on the Curve, when his channel was still around, he was on ketamine. It's, regardless of the fact of, Emery Smith scamming a lot of people. I'm gonna, and this is just my opinion here. Regardless of any evidence that shows that he's been scamming a lot of people and a lot of proof and what have you, he has a problem. He has, an alcohol problem. He has a drug problem. He has a problem. And, he really needs to truly get himself some help before it gets, I mean, it's already out of control. It's already out of control. And he needs to get himself some help. He's already at a point of no return where he cannot do it on his own. So you know, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. It's rough, definitely. And I've seen it. And thankfully for me, you know, even though I didn't want to, but I was able to stop it on my own, I guess, because I couldn't uh, get any more, you know, alcohol and stuff and whatever. I actually, when I was abusing certain drugs, um, I was able to stop on my own. This was earlier on, you know, and but like I said, Emery Smith is at a point of no return where he really needs help. He needs to, but he has to want to help himself. He has to want to help himself to stop. Simple. Because if he doesn't, you know, and you know what Steve Cammey said himself when he was talking about his mom, you know, it's like, you know, people, they have to want to stop themselves. They have to. They have, you know, they have to want to help themselves. They have to want to quit and be like, shit, I gotta stop. All right, so another thing that I wanted to talk about, Britney Spears, as I was saying earlier, Britney Spears, she was in the news again. She went to court to see a judge to stop that conservatorship there, you know, under her father, Jamie Spears. Sorry, just throwing garbage away. So Britney Spears, even though she physically wasn't in court, she was in court through via phone. Who says via anymore? Or via? She was in court via phone, talking to the judge and what have you. So, and I support, you know what, in my opinion, Britney should have never been put under that conservatorship. It was forced upon her. And in my opinion, it was unfair. Okay. Simple. Now, for those, I mean, you remember, right? You know, this happened. The conservatorship was forced upon her when she basically went nuts, I guess, and shaved her head. She attacked, I guess it was a TMZ paparazzi person. But she attacked the paparazzi, you know, and you know, used her umbrella to try to break the window or crack it a bit. I mean, right here on the, you know, the Daily News, you know, a bunch of stuff here. But again, trying to play devil's advocate to try to understand this situation, you have to understand all the pressure and all the stuff that she was under. You have to understand, regardless of what, celebrities are human beings just like the rest of us. They have their own stress. They have their own shit that they go through. And, like she was going through the bullshit with Kevin Federline, her ex-husband. She was going through all of that. She was going, I mean, there's just so much already on her plate. And then it's like things were out of, she lost control of things. Not that she lost control of things, that people took it out of her control. So somebody can understand that they want to, she did it as a form of getting control of her life back, of an aspect of her life. And if you think, and I know this personally because, like, it's just a lot of it, even with some people with drug addiction or alcoholism, or people who are cutters, who cut themselves, they self-harm. They feel like their lives are out of their control, out of their hands, because of, family members, friends, whatever, just screwing them over left and right, and this, that, and the other. And it's like, they can't really fight back for whatever reason. So they do something. So, you got people, they cut themselves. Britney, she shaved her head or whatever, So I can understand why she shaved her head. I can understand why she attacked and lashed out at the reporter. I'm going to go to kind of like a recap archive video thing.
Oh, yeah, guys. Come on, guys. Back up. Back up, please. Sure. Back up, please. Back up, please.
I mean, she's at a store. I mean, she's at a store. She can't even go to a store. She can't even go to a restaurant. She can't even, at the time, without having the paparazzi up her face. Like she couldn't even buy a Red Bull in peace. Like, what the fuck? No wonder a lot of celebrities, they tend to hire people to buy their groceries and whatever, because when you got the paparazzi like this, see, the paparazzi, they call themselves journalists. No, they are not journalists. TMZ, they're not journalists. That's my honest opinion. Anything with paparazzi, they're not journalists. They, I mean, celebrities, they're people too. They're human beings, just like the rest of us. Okay? They just, let them have their privacy. Okay? See, paparazzi are evil. That simple. My opinion. So with all of that stuff that happened, her father forced a conservatorship on her. So what was it, last week? Today is July 1st as I'm recording this. Her father, so what was it, last week when she went to court to put an end to it? Because years ago, after all, right, her father forced a conservatorship on her. So I'm going to, mind you, the video that I showed you for the Britney Spears thing, I'm going to put the link below so you can see yourself. And this article that I'm going to show you from Blaze, I'm going to share that link in the description box below as well. But it says, Britney Spears delivers explosive testimony in conservatorship battle, says IUD was forced into her to prevent pregnancy. All right. So superstar Britney Spears delivered shocking testimony on Wednesday as the battle over her court-appointed conservatorship enters its 13th year, revealing that those in charge of her affairs forced her to get an IUD or intrauterine device to prevent pregnancy and told her no when she asked to have it removed. Spears, 39, appeared via phone, however you say it, for Wednesday's hearing. It was on Wednesday, I guess, where she pleaded with the judge to remove the conservatorship without mandating more psychological assessments. And then, of course, it says, what's the brief history here? Britney's father, Jamie, with the help of a legal team, successfully forced the pop star under a, see right here, it says under a forced, placed the pop star under a forced conservatorship in 2008 after she publicly suffered what appeared to be several high-profile breakdowns. The legal conservatorship placed Spears' estate, financial assets, and even some of her personal assets under the control of her father and the Bessemer, however you say it, trust. According to the Tuesday report from the New York Times, the intrusive conservatorship restricted everything from who she dated to the color of her kitchen cabinets. Shoot. During Wednesday's testimony, Spears said that she desperately wanted to have a baby, but the conservatorship would not permit it. In stirring remarks, Spears said that those people who control her affairs, including her 68-year-old father, forced her to get an IUD to prevent pregnancy, then refused to allow her to take it out in order to have a third child. And she says, I want to be able to get married and have a baby, Spears told Judge Brenda Penny during her emotional testimony. I was told right now in the conservatorship, I am not able to get married or have a baby. So I'm putting this link in the description box below. So for many of you that may know, may not know, Britney Spears' father used to be the manager, her manager. He used to be her manager, then he was fired. I wonder why he was fired. Okay? I wonder why he was fired, okay? Give me 1 second. I got to look something up. He was fired. He was let go. Now, it's not the first time I've heard of something like that. Like when Beyonce was when she started off with Destiny's Child, her father was the manager and he was fired. He was let go. Okay. Now, I believe Britney Spears' father used to be a pastor, if I am correct. Let me look that up real quick. Real quick. Give me 1 second, because, okay. Let me see. Yeah, but I believe he was a pastor. I believe. I could be wrong. I'm I can't find the information now, but anyway, excuse me. With all of that, he was fired. Of course, he was pissed off. He wasn't getting the shitloads of money that he used to. I believe he started off as her manager when she was on the Mickey Mouse Club and when she started professionally singing, where she really became big, and then she got let go some years after that. The same thing happened with Beyonce when she started off with Destiny's Child. Her father was her manager and she fired him. I wonder if after all of these years, and again, this is just me thinking aloud, okay? I'm not giving an opinion or what have you. I wonder if after all these years, after, Britney fired her father from being her manager, I wonder if after all of these years, this was his way of getting back at her. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just raising the questions. I'm raising the questions because we don't fucking know. Now, Macaulay Culkin, you remember him? He was for those of you who are my age, right, and a little older, and maybe a little younger, Macaulay Culkin, he sued his parents. He sued his parents, and he sued his parents because of the crap that they did to him and the way that they spent his money and whatever. And then, he didn't want to be around his parents, so he was hanging out with Michael Jackson at the Neverland Ranch, and they were like the best of buddies. And they're, because from what Macaulay Culkin's statement was that, just Michael let him be, he let him be a kid. Unlike the way his parents were, that they were just forcing a lot of crap on him. But again, you kind of see where a lot of this happens, where, and not all the time, obviously, but in certain times when a parent is a manager or whatever, okay, many of the parents, they start off with good intentions, and then some parents, because either the love of money or something or whatever, they let that get to their head, and they mess it up. Again, that's not with all parents of celebrity children who are managing, I'm just saying, it has happened. Okay. So concerning Britney Spears, maybe, again, I'm just raising the question. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm just raising the question. I'm just pondering. I'm thinking maybe this was his, the conservatorship was his way of getting back at her. Who knows? We really don't know. But you have to think the questions, you have to ask the questions. Why isn't there a true full investigation behind the conservatorship? I mean, Britney Spears herself, she didn't know that she could appeal it. Her own lawyer, her own attorney didn't tell her that she could appeal the conservatorship. Her own attorney kept a lot of information from her. And this is Britney Spears herself saying it during the court proceedings and some things beforehand. So was Britney Spears' attorney and father, right, were they in cahoots? Again, I don't know. I'm just raising the questions. Okay. I'm not giving an opinion one way or the other. I'm just raising the questions based on the information that's being presented us in the media and what have you. Right. So, I mean, I support Britney Spears. Free her. Because during this whole time, during the conservatorship and whatever, she was still forced to work all these hours in Las Vegas, and she had a residency in Las Vegas, forced to work. She didn't get to see any of that money. I think her father was making something like 16,000 a month or a week, or I don't remember the exact figures, but it was a huge amount. So free her, set her free. Enough is enough. Period. It's done. cut the shit. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in this world, you know. Every day as I pray, you know, every day as I pray, you know, and I pray, and I pray, you know, I pray for my family, I pray for my daughter, I pray for, you know, my friends, I pray for each and every one of you. You know, I pray for each and every one of you. You know, I pray that you know, you all, you know, are blessed and are healthy, and if there's anything going on, that you know, that you're able to pull through and rise above it. And in this case, you know, I'm praying for Britney Spears, that this conservatorship ends, and you know what, she rises above it, you know. But that's it for today. You know, again, if you want to support me, the links to my Buy Me a Coffee, my PayPal, my Cash App and Venmo handles, that's all in the description box below. If you want to support me, you know what? Great, cool, awesome. You know, there's some, like I said before, there's something important to me that I'm working towards. It's very important to me, and if I can do it, I'll definitely update you 100%, show you video and pictures, and let you know why it was important, what was important to me. So until next time, remember, I'm Sway. I love you all. Peace.
It's just my opinion.